In this lecture, we'll be discussing HTML styles. So basically, HTML styles attribute is used to add styles to an element such as color, font, size, and more. For example, this text is written as I am red, I am blue, and this text is a little bit, a little bit big. So how it is done? So what we need to do, the HTML style attribute, setting the style of an HTML can be done with the help of style attribute. The HTML style attribute has the following syntax. You need to write the tag name, whatever the tag is, and then write the style and its property and its value. For example, if you want to change the background color, so what you need to do, you just need in body tag, what you will do, style background color is equal to powder blue. Now let us see. So what will happen? We wrote this. So there are different kind of colors. We'll be discussing all the colors, how you could, define all the colors. We have a special dedicated lecture for that. But if you see here, HTML body style is background color, that is powder blue. So H1 is heading and this is paragraph. So the background color is now in powder blue. Now let us talk about some more colors. So we can also set background color for two different elements. In the previous example, we wrote the background color in the body. So whole web page, the background color of the whole web page was powder blue. But what if we want the background color for a particular heading or a particular paragraph? So what we need to do, in particular that heading or paragraph, like in H1 we can just write style and background color. Now what you need to do, style is equal to, then you have to put inverted commas and you have to write background hyphen color, and then you have to write mention the color and then end it with a semicolon and close the inverted commas. So what will happen? It will write in this. Now if I want to write paragraph style, let us just copy this, and I'll change something in this. Now if I write, I don't want tomato, I want red. So the background color is now red. This is how we can do things very quickly, and we can change the background color too. So this was one style. You could change the background color. Now let us see if you can change the text color too. So the CSS color property defines the text color for an HTML element. So when you need to change the background color, you wrote background color, right? Now if you want to change the color, so you just need to write color and just make sure that you write COLOR and you don't write COLOUR. It's just because of the American and British English, and so you just need to take care of the spelling. So here if you see, now the text color is changed to blue. If I want to make it tomato color, so I could make this tomato color also. If I want to make this yellow, I could make this yellow. If I want to make this blue, so what I need to do, I just need to write whatever the heading is, paragraph it is, or any other element, even if it is in body. If I want all the text, so I'll in just body write style is equal to color, and I'll write the color name and then the same syntax which we used to follow. So this is how you could change the text color of any element. Now let us talk about fonts. So the CSS font family, see now here CSS is written, but we have a different course in which you'll be learning how to build websites using HTML and CSS. So if you want to understand CSS like completely, so you can refer to that course too. You could find it in my profile. Now let us talk about fonts. The CSS font family property defines the font to be used for an HTML element. Now what will happen? H1 style, so whatever font we need in this heading, like Verdana is a font or Courier is a font, so we just need to write style is equal to, in inverted commas, font hyphen family and then two dots, and then we have to write the which font we have to write, and then we have to end it with a semicolon. So now what will happen in this is a heading, this is in Verdana font, and the paragraph is in Courier font, so this is in Courier font. So whatever font you want, for example I wanted some other font, so I could mention it here and the font will be available on my web page. Like for example, let us see if it works with Open Sans. If so, in if we write Open Sans, so in Open Sans it will give us the color, right? And if we want it like in Courier, so it will give us the font in Courier. So this was HTML styles. So we have discussed how you could change the background color, how you could change the text color, and how you could change the fonts. Now let us also talk about text size, how you could change the size of the text. Now the CSS font size property defines the text size for an HTML element. Now, if you want to increase the particular font size, standard size is there, and if you want to increase the size, you would also write like something like this: h1 style is equal to font hyphen size, and you could mention in what percent you want it. So, like if it was normal is 100%, so you could write like this 300%, something like this. Now let us compare it with normal heading. Like if we write h1 and we write hello world, so what will happen? And if I close this tag now and run it, so this is the standard size of a heading one. And if we increased the font size to 300%, so what will happen? This is a heading, it will be written like this. Now let us check same for the paragraph, how a normal paragraph is written. This is a paragraph. So now what we need to do, we will just check. So the standard size is this, but if we make the font size to 160%, this is how this is a paragraph will be written. Now we have to talk about text alignment. So the CSS text align property defines the horizontal text alignment for an HTML element. So if we want to, make some centered heading or centered paragraph, what we can do, we could just write h1 style text align, text hyphen align, and then we can mention whether center, left, right, anywhere we want the text. So if we need a centered heading, what we need to do, we need to write h1 style, and what we next need to do, we need to write text align, and we have to mention center. Now if I don't want it in center, I can also mention it like left, and I could write like this left heading. If I want this paragraph from the right side, I could right sided paragraph. So as you can see, it is in right side, and this is the spelling of center. You need to take care of this. So this is how you could do. So these were all the HTML styles. Let us just revise this in a summary. So you could use the style attribute for styling HTML elements. You can use the background color. You just need to remember this background hyphen color and the spelling of color, as I told you. For background color, color for text colors, font family for text fonts, font size for text sizes, and text align for text alignment. So this is how you could understand everything. In the next lecture, we'll be discussing HTML formatting, and I'll meet you in the next lecture.